40, Merle Allen with you tonight, and as I've said several times, we're doing a doubleheader here tonight. We're also joined by ARC TV. Glad to have Ernie Binko there on the camera. And we'll take a look as they introduce the players. Cade Simmons, one starter for Richlands. Bryson Richardson, another starter. Cade Berry, starting also for Richlands. Number 10, Luke West. And number 24, Gage Holmes. Gage looks like he's about 6'3", a whole lot bigger than any of Lebanon's players.
And they got a couple of pretty good-sized boys.
Jacob Jackson be the point guard for the Pioneers. Sage Potts, of course, also starting. Preston Steele, number 5, is coming out, a starter. Also starting number 12, that's Christian Hall. And the other starter for the Pioneers, number 14, is Hunter Hurdick. Richlands wearing gray uniforms. I don't know how the big blue comes out in gray, but
they look green to me.
Well,
almost a green
I
color.
think they're kind of gray.
I guess they're supposed to be gray.
Pioneers, of course, in the white.
Need to apologize. Last week we were calling number 0 Dakota Hall, and number 1, or one of them we were calling Aiden Robinson, and I think we're calling 0 Aiden Robinson maybe or something. I can't remember now, but
yeah.
0 is Hunter Hardig. Potts will jump here against the big man for Richlands, Holmes, and Holmes gets the tap into the backcourt. We're underway. Bryson Richardson handling it on the point. He takes it to the right wing on the dribble. Looks down the inside for Holmes. He kicks it back outside to Richardson. Richardson goes across to Berry. Pass inside intended for the big man in there, knocked away, and battle for it out in the middle of the floor. 4 players go down, 2 from each team. Christian Hall, the main one in there. And
call a jump ball.
Jump ball, so Lebanon's possession there.
That might be a first down there. More football than it was basketball.
Lebanon should have controlled that when they had their hands on it there on the first pass. Jackson to the front court. He's picked up by Luke West. Down in the corner it goes to Potts, back outside to Steele. Richlands in a man-to-man.
We get an illegal pick called on Hunter Hurdick.
Hurdick moving on that pick, and they turn it back over to Richlands.
They really emphasize that, and they call it more than I think they ought to, really.
I do too. Richlands with the ball now, moving it around. Get it to Richardson on the right wing, back outside to Berry. Berry drives into the paint, dumps it down low, back out in the corner for Richardson, and he cans the three-pointer. Richlands leads 3-0.
I tell you, it's hard to screen anymore, Merle, and screening is a big part of basketball.
Yes, it is. Now Hurdig on the right wing, wide open. He puts up a 3, no good. They call that shot from Richlands down there a 2-pointer.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was a 3.
I did too. They took time, put it up on the board, and I thought they must have been wondering about it. Richlands with it. Richardson now stocked away by Potts as he tried to get it into the paint, and Potts is fouled by Richardson as he takes it inside on the other end, or tries to get to the rim on the other end, and Richardson fouled him, bumped him out of bounds, and they're saying he wasn't shooting. It's close to being a shooting foul, but Jackson will play it from the baseline. Jackson out in the corner to Hurdig. Hurdig wide open for a 3 again. This time he cans it. Net tied up there, and they have to stop to get the net down. So he got all net on that one.
He sure did, yeah.
I give him credit for missing that first one kind of badly.
Wide open as he was. Those are hard to hit, Burrow.
Yeah, it is.
When you get that wide open.
Richardson drives into the foul line, kicks it back outside to Simmons. Simmons across court to Berry. Down in the corner to Richardson. All the way out to West. West down inside now for Simmons. He swings into the lane, kicks it out for Richardson. Richardson dumps it in the middle for Simmons again. And he has it knocked away and stolen by Christian Hall, and he can't control it. He tries to get it to Steele and throws it out of bounds. Richardson plays it from the baseline. Lobs it into Cade Simmons back outside to Berry. Berry cut off from getting inside the Hall. Berry gets it to the left side to West. West back outside to Richardson. Richardson on the dribble. Left wing it goes to Berry. Berry shot no good. Steele grabs the rebound for Lebanon. Comes Steele into the front court, leaves it for Jackson, thinks about a three, and then pulls it back out of there. Richlands in a man-to-man. Right wing it goes to Hall. Hall down inside for Steele right through his hands. He put a lot of zip on that pass. And
yeah, threw it too hard.
Steele couldn't handle it.
Man coming towards you like that, you got to soften up a little bit.
Yeah, that was way too hard.
3-3. We played 3 minutes here in the opening quarter.
They go left wing to Berry. Now a pass inside, stolen by Potts. Potts gets it into the front court. Jackson backs it out of there now. Left wing to Hall. Hall back to Jackson. Runner cuts. Potts gets it to the foul line. Steps inside. Gets in close, fakes. Good shot by Potts. Faked like he was going to take it in and underneath, and then backed off and fell away and put a lot of loft on it and dropped it right through there. Now here comes Richlands getting by. That's Luke West, gets free on the baseline, gets around his man, takes it off of the glass, up and in, good. Luke West with a good basket.
Well, I believe they did count that first one, a three.
They must have. I was trying to think if they had a free throw. They didn't, did they?
No.
Here's Potts for three from the outside for Lebanon. No good. Battle for the rebound. Finally picked up in there by Cade Simmons, and he gets it out of there to West, and West leaves it for Richardson. Richardson picked up by Hunter Hertig. Gets it to Berry. Berry cut off the Hall, back outside to West. West drives in the paint, has his shot blocked by Jackson. Gets it back, and now he's tied up in there. They call a jump ball, and it'll be Richlands' ball on the possession there. They'll keep it on that end.
3:48 left, opening quarter. It's 5-5.
Richardson lobs it outside to Berry. Cade Berry with it, guarded by Hall. Gets a screen, takes it to the right wing, back outside to Simmons. Simmons down on the baseline to West. West gets it down inside to the big man, and now down the lane goes Simmons, and they call him for a travel as he got it down on the low block to Holmes. And Holmes kicked it back in the lane to Simmons, and he took an extra step there trying to gather himself for the shot.
Yeah, that was a hard pass to catch there.
Jackson brings it across for Lebanon to the right wing to Steele. To Jackson down in the corner, swing it around to Hertig, the left wing to Hall. Hall back outside to Hertig. Hertig to Steele. Steele puts it on the floor, gets in close, banks it in. Nice runner by Steele. That's a tough shot from about 8 feet away.
Just saw a little floater there and it went right in.
West with it on the outside, leaves it way out there for Berry. Berry against Hall. Berry takes it around to the left wing, leaves it for Richardson. Both teams in a man-to-man. Richardson pulls up at the top of the key for a two-pointer. It's good, just inside the arc. And it's 7 all as Richardson ties things up. Jackson leaves it for Potts. Potts on the dribble, leaves it for Steele. Steele to the left wing, Hertig. Hertig wide open for three. No good this time. They're going to let him shoot that, I guess, Jamie.
Well, he's got to shoot it. Yeah. I mean, that wide open.
Rebound to Berry, and Berry gets it to the front court. Into the left corner for Richardson. Back out to Berry. Berry for three, a long three. No good. Jackson with the rebound for Lebanon. Ahead to Steele as the Pioneers want to run. Steele has to pull it back out of there now. Jackson to Potts on the outside. Potts puts it on the floor, gets into the lane, shoots a little floater. It's blocked by Holmes, picked up by Berry.
Nice block that time.
He leaves it for Richardson. And here's a foul on Hall. Guarding Berry a little too close, and we've got a timeout by somebody.
No, we've got 5 players coming in.
No,
the announcer's nightmare.
Yeah, substituting like crazy. Richlands brings 5 new players into the game, and immediately pass stolen as Sage Webb tries to pass it inside, and it's stolen by Lebanon. Get it ahead to Steele, to Potts. Jackson on the left wing. Can't get a shot off to Christian Hall down the baseline. He gets it back outside to Jackson. Jackson wide open for 3, no good. But Hall in there for the rebound, puts it up, no good. And gets a rebound again, gets it to Jackson down the lane. And he's fouled as he gets in close. Good hustle by Christian Hall. All over the boards down there.
Yeah, he's playing hard. He looks pretty good out there.
Couldn't get the shot to go there, but
Jacob Jackson will have a couple free throws. First one's up and good. He'll get one more.
Zach Hurdig back into the game for the first time to replace Hunter Hurdig. With 1:05 left in the first period.
Jackson's second free throw's up and good, so he makes a pair. That puts the Pioneers up by 2. It's 9-7.
Pressure by the Pioneers here in the last minute. And probably a pretty good strategy by Potts. Richlands got their second unit in there. Shreve with the ball out in the right corner, left corner. It goes to Drew Simmons, and he cans the 3. Richlands goes up 10-9.
40 seconds left here first quarter.
Lebanon slows things down. Hurdig looks back to Potts, and Hurdig steps into the top of the key for 3, no good. Richlands with the rebound. Sage Webb with the rebound. He'll bring it across. Leaves it out there for Drew Simmons. Simmons to Shreve. Shreve back to Simmons. All the way across court and down on the baseline to, I don't have a 13 on the roster. There's a 13, Jamie. I don't know who that is. Lebanon missed the shot. Lebanon comes back the other way with 1 second left. Hurdig puts up one from the left wing. It won't go. And we go to the second period with Richlands leading 10-9. We'll break away and come back with second period action in a moment. Richlands up by 1. You're listening to high school basketball on WXLZ.
Is the number 13 that we didn't have him on the roster.
He's a freshman. They're coming back with the second unit.
Lebanon basketball.
All right, Jackson with it into the front court. To the right wing he goes, puts up a 3. No good. Up high for the rebound, Sage Webb, as they've got that second unit back out there again. Webb brings it across. Right wing, he goes to Simmons. Drew Simmons back to Webb. Simmons again. Simmons outside now to Dylan Brown, who's the number 13 in there. Back to Sage Webb. He drives inside, can't get the shot to go. He tries to dump it over to big man Logan Stillwell, and Stillwell couldn't handle the pass and traveled trying to gather the pass. They turn it back over to Lebanon.
That's 6 turnovers for Richlands. Pioneers just not shooting it very well. They can't get them to go down.
Now they're letting some of them shoot those 3s. Now here's Hunter Hurdig wide open for 3. Puts up another one, no good. And Jackson slides in to grab that rebound. Nice rebound by Jackson to catch the long rebound. Now here's Jackson out top. He'll put up a 3 and he'll make it. Big 3 by Jackson. And Lebanon goes up 12-10.
He can shoot that ball now.
Yes, he can.
He doesn't shoot nearly enough to suit me, Merle.
There's a double team and a steal. And Preston Steele with it takes it all the way to the rim on the other end, but a whistle and a foul before he got in there. I think that was Cade Simmons that caught up with him and grabbed his jersey.
You know, when you got a breakaway like that, I think the pros have the right idea. They just count the bucket.
Yeah, they count the bucket, or you should shoot 2 free throws.
That's really a deliberate foul is what it is. You ought to send him to the line.
Yeah. That's for sure. They're giving the ball to Lebanon, and Jackson lobs it outside for Potts. Potts goes to the right wing to Jackson. Potts moves back inside. And here comes Hertig, Zach Hertig with it. Leaves it for Steele as they run a little weave outside. Jackson with it back to Hertig. Hertig fakes the shot and called for traveling. He's just a little too hesitant to shoot it, isn't he?
Yeah, when you get open like that, you got to shoot it.
Not a good shooter, and he's thinking about it too much.
When you got 10, 15 feet there by yourself, you just have to take the shot.
Christian Hall gets up and goes to the scorer's table for Lebanon. They got their starters back in there now. Richlands, they dump it down low for Luke West coming off of the right side. He comes clear and banks it in, and we're tied at 12 all. Richlands looks pretty good, Jamie.
Yeah, they're playing well.
Got some good talent. Jackson to the right wing to Zach Hertig, who's in there now. And a whistle and a foul inside.
3 seconds.
Oh, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know who they got. Steele, maybe. Christian Hall comes back in at that break. Coach Fred Phillips up yelling something over there on the sideline. I'm not sure if he's yelling at players or who.
Yeah, I was talking to Fred before the game. He said his team has been playing pretty well.
Ball dumped down inside to the big man, Cade Simmons, who spins, makes a good spin, moving the lane, gets right to the rim and dumps it in. 14-12 Richlands. Jackson with it on the outside. They run this weave again. Hertig into the corner to Hall. Hall from the corner, no good. Jackson with the rebound. He puts the shot up, it won't go. Hall battles for the rebound. It's taken away by Cade Simmons.
Pioneers having a hard time early. Not shooting it very well.
Richlands is doing a pretty good job of letting the right ones shoot. Potts has not got hardly a touch. Down inside again to the big man, Simmons, and he lays it in good again off of the glass. When they run him off of that screen down in there and get him open, he's deadly. Timeout Lebanon. 16-12 Richlands lead, and this is a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here.
A reminder, we'll have basketball on 107.3 on Friday night as Grundy comes to visit the Honaker Tigers in what's a pretty big Black Diamond District game.
Honaker doesn't seem to have as much firepower as usually, other than the
No, I think they lost to Hurley the other night, so they need to win against Grundy if they want to stay.
They must be doubling up a lot on Grayson Honaker, because a couple of games he hadn't got 20 points.
Yeah, they're
I noticed.
pretty cautious of him for sure. Well, they need to be, because he's a really good player.
Yes, he is.
He's a really good shooter.
Lebanon with the ball coming out of the timeout. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Richlands leads at 16-12. Steele with it on the outside. Steele hadn't got but 1 or 2 shots off. Jackson slashes into the middle. Back to in the corner to Hertig to Hall at the foul line. He drives inside and it rolls off the front of the rim. Richlands with the rebound.
Shot it up there a little hard.
West looking inside to Holmes. He got Holmes and Cade Simmons both in there, both big men for Richlands. Berry drives inside, has it stolen by Zach Hertig. He takes it all the way to the other end. Up and in good in front of West. West tried to block it. Hertig took it right in there and scored. Good move to the little guy. Here comes West down the middle, and he dumps it down low on the block. Good pass by West, getting it off to Gage Holmes, who lays it in. 18-14 Richlands. Hall wide open in the corner. They're just going to let certain ones of them shoot if they want to. Potts drives into the lane, gets it out to Zach Hertig. Back to Steele. He gets grabbed, but no call. And he goes on in close and gathers himself and lays it in with the left hand. Now here's Berry, almost has it stolen again by Hertig. Richardson drives into the paint, pulls up for a jumper. No good, but he gets his own rebound. That shouldn't have happened. Now West on the outside, and he takes it all the way to the rim and lays it up and in good over the front of the rim. And here comes the wholesale substitution for Richlands again with 3:30 left in the first half. They'll come in at the next break. Steele with it on the outside. Leaves it for Potts, back to Steele. Steele guarded by Berry. Now he pulls up for three, no good. And Richlands with a rebound. Cade Simmons rebounds, leaves it for Richardson. Richardson to the front court, left wing goes to West. West down on the baseline, dumps it inside for Cade Simmons. He has it knocked away and out of bounds. Here comes the 5 new ones for Richlands.
They played well there the last half of the first quarter.
They sure have.
Richlands up by 4 now.
Sage Webb inbounds it to Shreve on the right wing. Outside it goes to Drew Simmons. To the right wing to Brown. Down in the corner to Shreve. Shreve for 3, no good. Rebound finally grabbed by Stillwell, but he throws it away. And Hall runs to the front court with it for Lebanon. Hurtig with a 3, no good. Zach Hurtig runs a rebound down in the corner, gets it back outside to Jackson. Jackson for 3, good. Finally get a good shot. 20-19 Richlands. Richlands on the other end. Sage Webb with it. Outside to Drew Simmons. Down in the corner to Brown, back outside to Webb. Webb drives inside and dumps it low for Stillwell, who's on the low block on the other side, and he lays it up and in good. They're getting a lot of that down in there, Jamie.
Well, the Pioneers are helpless when the big boys get it that close.
Yep, that's for sure. Can't let them get it down in there.
Yeah, they're way too small. They got no inside defense.
Lebanon runs with it on the other end, and I don't know about that call. Potts drives into the lane, gets called for charge. I'm not sure about that one.
No, I don't.
Like he was.
I don't believe I've called anything.
He looked like
drove in there and forced it.
Slid off to the side, looked like.
No, I didn't see much contact there.
First foul on Sage Potts. Offensive foul. Now here comes Webb with it. Webb goes down in the paint, kicks it back out to Simmons. Simmons puts up a runner, no good, but big man Stillwell in there and grabs it and puts it back in. They're getting everything in close. 24-19 Richlands. Here's Hurtig on the left wing for 3. Wide open, no call. Rebound. Tried to save it. Steele going out of bounds. Throws it back in. Here comes, there's a travel on that, no call. Sage Webb traveled in the lane, finally threw it back outside. Terrible miss there.
Richlands going to take a timeout.
Timeout Richlands. We'll take it with them. 24-19 Richlands lead. Back in a moment, you're listening to high school basketball on WXLZ. Richlands comes out of this timeout with their starters back in there. Richardson will inbound, gets it down low to Simmons. Back outside to Berry. Berry fakes and drives into the lane, has it knocked away and stolen. Picked up a Christian Hall. Not sure who got a hand on that. They got blocked off a little bit, but
I believe Steele got it.
Jackson brings it to the front court. 38 seconds to go here in the first half. Hall on the right wing outside to Hurtig. Back to Steele. Steele down on the baseline. Little runner, no good. Rebound grabbed by Cade Simmons. He gets it to Richardson. Richardson quickly ahead to Holmes, and Holmes couldn't get the shot to go. Lebanon with the rebound. Holmes was a little bit on the move too much there and couldn't get a good shot in close. Yeah. Lebanon gets it back out with 10 seconds to go. Jackson on the outside with it. Left wing to Potts. Potts puts it on the floor, takes it all the way in close and gets hammered by Holmes. Holmes got a hand on the ball but knocked him down with the body. With 0.3 of a second, Sage Potts will shoot 2, and he's a little groggy, Jamie.
Yeah, he got moved pretty good down in there.
Give him credit for taking down in there, though. They're giving him a little bit of time as they wipe up the floor a little bit where he went down to the floor. Richlands is pretty aggressive. This is the first time they've played this year, isn't it?
Yes, So Sage Potts will go to the line. He'll have 2 shots. First one's up and good. He normally makes his free throws.
Lebanon's got everybody back off of the lane except Steele. 0.3 of a second.
Second free throw's up, rims out, no good, and that's the end of the first half. Richlands 24, Lebanon 20. We'll be back and look at some halftime stats. We'll take a break. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on WXLZ.